Have you ever felt like you're alive, but not really here? Like you're watching your own life from a distance, detached, numb, unreal? What if I told you this isn't just stress, but a hidden psychological phenomenon silently hijacking your sense of self, and almost no one around you knows it's happening? In this powerful episode of Untold Realities, we uncover the truth about depersonalization, what causes it, how it creeps in unnoticed, how even your loved ones may be feeding it without knowing, and, most importantly, how you can find your way back to feeling truly alive. If you've ever felt like something inside you quietly disappeared, this video might just bring you home. Now let's dig in. Depersonalization you didn't notice when it started. No one ever really does. It didn't announce itself with sirens or breakdowns. It crept in quietly, like a shadow folding itself into your life. One day, you're laughing, present, alive. And the next, something's missing. Not visibly. You still get up, brush your teeth, make eye contact. But you're no longer in the moment. You're beside it. Watching yourself live, but not quite living. You tell yourself it's stress. Maybe burnout. You blame the sleepless nights or the overthinking or the caffeine, but what you're feeling isn't tiredness. It's depersonalization, the silent disconnection from your own reality. But how does it creep in uninvited? It first began as protection. A defense mechanism. Your mind, overwhelmed by emotion it doesn't know how to process, quietly shuts the doors and turns off the lights. You're still breathing, but your soul is curled up in a corner, whispering, "It's safer here." Maybe it was childhood chaos. Constant criticism. Repeated emotional neglect. Or maybe you were always the strong one, always holding space for others but never given permission to collapse. So you did what survivors do, you disconnected. You stopped feeling the full weight of pain, but in doing so, you stopped feeling joy too, and sometimes loved ones unknowingly add to it. They mean well. But their words, their reactions, their expectations, they deepen the silence. Your family tells you to be grateful. To shake it off, your friends say, "You're just overthinking," and so, you learn to smile when you're crumbling. You learn to perform normal. But deep down, you start believing something's wrong with you, not with what happened to you. The world keeps pulling you back into roles, the achiever, the fixer, the dependable one. But no one asks if you feel real. On some days, you mislabel the feeling and call it laziness, numbness. You say, "Maybe I'm just not emotional." But those are not truths, they're misinterpretations. What you're feeling is the soul's cry for re-entry. But you keep shutting the door, thinking silence equals peace. You bury yourself in distractions, scrolling, working, binging content, thinking it'll pass. But all you're doing is digging the ditch deeper. You unknowingly validate your own disconnection by pretending it's not there. And that's how this thing grows, not with force, but with neglect. The feelings can be stopped, and this is how to revive your soul from depersonalization. First, start by naming it. Not to shame it. Not to fight it, but just to say, "This is happening." Say the words out loud. I feel like I'm not here. I feel like I'm watching life, not living it. Let the truth echo. Then begin to return to your body by rubbing your palms together. Take 3 slow breaths. Sit with a single emotion, even if it hurts. That pain is realness trying to break through the fog. Break the isolation. Speak to someone who doesn't need you to be okay. You don't need perfect words. Just honesty. And most importantly, stop performing. You don't need to be the strong one here. You just need to be. Allow art, sound, stillness, anything that stirs sensation, to bring you back. Not all at once, but slowly. Layer by layer. You may not feel home yet. But every small act of truth, every honest tear, every breath that feels, brings you closer. And here's the quiet, revolutionary truth. You didn't lose yourself. You simply hid to survive. Now, are you ready to come back? If this video spoke to something you've never been able to explain, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might be silently struggling too, because sometimes the right words can bring someone back to themselves. And don't forget to subscribe to Untold Realities for more raw, soul-deep truths that no one else is saying out loud. Now tell us in the comments. Have you ever felt disconnected from your own life, but couldn't explain why? What did you call it before you knew the word depersonalization? Your story might help someone realize they're not alone.